There comes a moment in life when you realize that the real battle was never against the world. It was always within you. Not against people, not against circumstances, not even against failure. The greatest fight you will ever face is the quiet, unseen war between who you are today and who you are capable of becoming. Many people spend their lives chasing victories that the world can see. Money, titles, recognition, applause. But those victories are temporary. They fade. They depend on others. The greatest victory, the one that truly matters, is becoming your best self. The version of you that is disciplined, fearless, focused, and unstoppable. That victory cannot be taken away from you because it is built from within. Becoming your best self is not something that happens overnight. It is not a single decision or one moment of motivation. It is a daily commitment. It is choosing growth when comfort feels easier. It is waking up early when your body begs for sleep. It is pushing forward when your mind is filled with doubt. It is doing the hard things, not because someone is watching, but because you know the person you want to become is waiting on the other side of those struggles. Most people quit when it gets uncomfortable. But discomfort is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Every challenge, every failure, every setback is shaping you, preparing you, building the strength you need to rise. You have to understand something powerful. Your current life is a reflection of your current habits. If you want a different life, you must become a different person. Not fake, not pretend, but evolve. Growth requires change, and change requires sacrifice. You cannot hold on to old habits and expect a new future. You cannot think the same thoughts, make the same excuses, and expect different results. Becoming your best self means letting go of the version of you that settles for less. It means walking away from excuses, from procrastination, from fear. It means taking full responsibility for your life, your actions, your decisions, your results. There will be days when you feel like you are not making progress, days when it feels like nothing is working, days when you question everything, your path, your purpose, your ability. In those moments, remember this: growth is not always visible. Just like a seed planted deep in the soil, transformation is happening beneath the surface. You may not see it yet, but every effort, every small step, every moment of discipline is building something powerful inside you. Trust the process. Stay consistent. Keep going, even when it feels like you are standing still. Becoming your best self also means mastering your mindset. Your mind can be your greatest weapon or your biggest limitation. The way you think shapes the way you act, and the way you act shapes your life. If you constantly tell yourself you are not good enough, not strong enough, not capable enough, you will live a life that reflects those beliefs. But if you train your mind to see challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and obstacles as stepping stones, you become unstoppable. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build through action. Every time you show up, every time you push through fear, every time you refuse to quit, you are building belief in yourself. You must also learn to stand alone. Not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will support your growth. Some people will doubt you. Some will even try to hold you back, not because they hate you, but because they are afraid of what your growth reminds them about themselves. You cannot let that stop you. The path to becoming your best self is often a lonely one. But it is in that solitude that you discover your true strength. When you learn to rely on yourself, to trust yourself, to keep going without external validation, you unlock a level of power that most people never reach. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you will feel inspired, energized, ready to take on the world. Other days, you will feel tired, distracted, unmotivated. That is normal. That is human. But discipline is what keeps you moving forward even when motivation disappears. It is the decision to do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. It is choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. Every time you choose discipline, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. You also have to embrace failure, not as something to fear, but as something to learn from. Every successful person has failed, many times, in many ways. The difference is they did not let failure define them. They used it, they learned from it, they grew stronger because of it. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the journey. Every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to come back stronger. If you are not failing, you are not pushing yourself enough. You are not growing. Becoming your best self requires patience. In a world that wants instant results, real growth takes time. It takes consistency. It takes persistence. You will not see results overnight, but if you stay committed, if you keep showing up, those small daily actions will compound into something incredible. One day, you will look back and realize how far you have come. You will see the person you used to be, and you will barely recognize them. That is the power of consistency. That is the power of growth. And remember this: your journey is your own. Do not compare yourself to others. Do not measure your progress against someone else's timeline. Everyone is fighting their own battles, walking their own path. Focus on becoming better than you were yesterday. That is the only competition that matters. Every day is a new opportunity to improve, to grow, to take one step closer to your best self. There is greatness within you. Not a small, ordinary kind of greatness, but a powerful, limitless potential that is waiting to be unlocked. But it will not come easy. It will require effort, sacrifice, and resilience. It will require you to face your fears, to push past your limits, to keep going when everything inside you wants to quit. But if you can do that, if you can commit to becoming your best self, you will achieve a victory greater than anything the world can give you. Because at the end of the day, it is not about how much money you make or how many people applaud you. It is about who you become in the process. It is about the strength you build, the discipline you develop, the character you create. That is the real victory. That is the kind of success that lasts. So start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Take that first step, no matter how small. Make that decision to improve, to grow, to become better. And then keep going. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Even when it is hard. Especially when it is hard. Because every step you take is bringing you closer to the person you are meant to be. And if this message lit a fire inside you, if it made you think, reflect, and push yourself, then don't stop here. Keep feeding your mind with positivity, growth, and motivation. Subscribe for more powerful content that will keep you focused, disciplined, and moving toward your best self. Your journey has just begun. There is another level to this journey that most people never talk about. The internal transformation that happens when you truly commit to becoming your best self. It's not just about working harder or pushing more. It's about becoming more aware. Aware of your thoughts, your habits, your environment, and the energy you allow into your life. Growth is not only about adding new things, it is also about removing what no longer serves you. Sometimes, becoming your best self means outgrowing old versions of you, old mindsets, and even old relationships that keep you stuck. That process can feel uncomfortable, even painful, but it is necessary. You cannot step into a new life while holding on to everything from your past. You have to start protecting your energy like your life depends on it. Because it does. The people you surround yourself with, the content you consume, the conversations you entertain, all of it shapes your mindset. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and limitation, it will slowly become your reality. But when you intentionally choose growth, positivity, and purpose, you create an environment where your best self can thrive. This is not about cutting people off in anger. It is about choosing alignment. Choosing what supports your growth and letting go of what holds you back. Another truth you must accept is that no one is coming to save you. No perfect moment is coming. No magical opportunity will suddenly appear and change your life overnight. Your transformation is your responsibility. That might sound harsh, but it is actually empowering. Because it means your future is in your hands. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait for validation. You can start right now, exactly where you are, with what you have. Every small action you take today is shaping the person you will become tomorrow. There will be moments when you feel alone on this journey. Moments when it feels like no one understands the sacrifices you are making or the battles you are fighting internally. But understand this. Those quiet moments are where real growth happens. When no one is watching, when there is no applause, when it's just you and your discipline. That is where your character is built. Anyone can show up when it's easy. Anyone can stay motivated when things are going well. But the person who keeps going when it's hard, when it's boring, when it feels like nothing is changing, that person is unstoppable. You must also learn the power of self-respect. Becoming your best self is deeply connected to how you see yourself and how you treat yourself.